Okay. Okay, so we are going to.
I muted it.
Okay. We're going to go live. Give me a second. It's going to be speaker view. And you have to get closer there so people can see you. Give me a second, please.
Hey guys, I'm Diego Vasquez. I am the son of Angelica Benavides, Dr. B Global, and today I just want to introduce her because she has done an amazing job with not just me, my brother, and my family, but with the people she connects with as well. So I just want to wish her the best birthday possible. Man, there's so much words I could say about my mom. She's hardworking, inspirational, motivating, responsible, caring, loving, all of the above. So I just want everyone to enjoy the Global Connection Network event and have a great time, learn, ask questions, be fast. And I just want to introduce Chanelle Gonzalez, my niece, to say some words.
Hi. Hi. Welcome everyone to Global Connection Network. We are here to celebrate my tia Dr. B's birthday. And yeah, she's the best. She's done a lot of things for many people. You guys, my family, many people more. And that's all I would like to say.
Woo!
Well, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I am excited for all of you for saying yes and being here in Global Connection Network. Now, what is Global Connection Network and why today? Well, let me tell you a little bit about my story, and I hope it's okay. But many of you might know that I did go through cancer. You know, I was diagnosed with 2 types of cancer, and I was told that I would only live about 5 years with that type of cancer if I didn't take care of me. So at that time, everything just shattered, you know, everything shattered. And I realized at that moment that I had made a lot of promises to myself that I had broken. And at that moment, I realized that I needed to shift the way I was doing things and really begin to start being intentional about everything I did. And one of the things that I wanted to do was really travel the world, write books, and yet I wasn't even doing that because I kept studying. You see, I'm a seeker, and I kept studying and studying anything I loved because I love research and I loved reading and learning. So I studied everything because I wanted to be perfect. I wanted to know everything so that when I showed up in the world, I would have answers. And I discovered that I was waiting and waiting and waiting. And guys, I'm already 57. So yay for my 57th birthday. But I realized that I'm never going to be perfect to everyone, that it doesn't matter what I do. Some people will accept me for who I am, and some people will not. So I have to be okay with either being accepted or not, right? So when I made that decision that I was just going to show up in a bigger way to really make an impact and help people transform their lives, and not only transform their lives, but be able to touch them in bigger ways. And I thought, you know what? How can I lead people to living an ultimate legacy? And not only living an ultimate legacy, but leaving an ultimate legacy behind that would be generations to come, that our kids' kids can pick up a book, can pick up an article, pick up a magazine, and we leave our mark on this world. So I know that many of you, like how many of you would love to leave a mark on this world? And yet you're probably like me, you kept waiting and waiting for something magical to happen. But sometimes it's not going to happen the way you want it. You just have to step up, show up for the world, and make things happen, right? Make things happen for yourself. So, again, I'm just excited that you are all here. And I want to thank all the panelists because you said yes. You said yes in being here today and in making my birthday special. And I want to thank my son, Diego, and Chanelle Gonzalez for speaking and introducing me, because my family, I just love my family so much, and they mean the world. And they're my Diego and Jorge, they're authors, and anything I do, it's like I try to help them and engage them to becoming and also leaving a legacy behind and stepping into their greatness. And that's basically my message for everyone out there. If you've ever wanted to step into your greatness, like, you just have to do it. That perfect moment might not even show up. You have to make that moment special. You have to create your greatness. You have to believe that you are great and that you can impact and make a change, because not everybody will be there with you on that same page, but you can make that difference. So I just want to thank everybody, because today is a special day and that's my birthday. So thank you again for being here. And I'm going to introduce amazing speakers today that have golden nuggets to share. So I hope that you can stick around the whole time. And if you want to jump on the Zoom to really connect, because when it's live, you feel the energy, right? You actually feel people impacting and making that difference to when you're here live. I'm trying to make my speaking like really go big here, and I can't. But anyways, what I'm going to do, I'm going to be introducing different speakers that are going to come on and speak to you live. And they're going to have special gifts, because today's my birthday and it's about giving, right? And all my guests, my special guests today, have a gift to give to you. But the only way you're going to get this special gift is if you stick around for the whole time, so that you could receive the gift from my special guests that are honoring and showering me with amazing gifts and their presence and their beautiful message. So I'm going to go ahead and swap to my other screen. Give me a second over here. So give me a second. And I am going to introduce our next speaker. And our next speaker, she's an amazing, amazing person. Like, I love her so much. And she's Barbara, and she's from Africa. And we've made big connections, and she's part of my peer-to-peer mastermind. And she's been coming, and she's the emotional alchemist, and she really helps entrepreneurs shift in many, many ways. But the most important way that she does it, she has a special technique, and it's really helping people shift emotionally. Because a lot of times the emotional parts is what keeps us held behind and makes us believe that we can't do things. And Barbara transforms lives. She adds value overall in the well-being of a person's spirit. She is the emotional alchemist, intuitive healer, and she is passionate about what she does. And she is here to help people resolve unresolved traumas that they may have. So with me, please welcome Barbara to the stage. Yay, Barbara, thank you so much from Africa. I love you, Barbara. Thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, happy birthday once more, Dr. B.
Thank you.
And thank you for having me here. I'm going to pay tribute to Dr. B.
¿Quieres quitarte?
My topic is the blessings of Dr. B. She is so many things, not only to me, but to a lot of people. Her regeneration through the healing from two types of cancers and to being the woman she is today. That is amazing. She is everything you can think of in a role model. She brings emotional healing to those who are seeking it. She brings growth to those who are seeking growth. And most importantly, she is love. She has a way of just connecting from the heart. It's not a superficial connection. From the moment I've met her, I have loved her. She is amazing. And she is inspiration personified.
Lydia.
Hello?
Go ahead and continue, Albert.
All right.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah, Albert, if you can mute yourself, please.
No, I also want to appreciate a spirit of giving. In Africa, we say, "Umuntu ngumuntu ngabantu." I am because you are. And she is that. She embraces that spirit of Ubuntu. She knows that for her to be
Hey, Albert. Albert.
Angelica,
Yes. I'm trying to mute him and it's hard. I don't know why I can't.
let me try.
Oh, right there. Oh man, that just disappeared.
I cannot. You gotta try.
Okay, no, right there. It was just right there.
oh.
Yeah, if you could please mute yourself. Oh. Okay, sorry, Barbara. Go ahead.
Oh, I was talking about the spirit of Ubuntu. That in Africa we have a saying that says Umuntu Umuntu Ngabantu. I am because you are.
What are we doing?
And Dr. B embraces it and is an epitome of that state. She understands that for her to be the success she is, for me to be successful in what I do, I need others to hold me up, to shine the light. You know, we believe that someone who has walked the path knows what's ahead and they are there to guide you. She is that kind of person. I really appreciate Dr. B. And you know, I speak of transformation of living. You are all that personified. You are the healing of unresolved traumas that I talk of. Because sometimes we look at what has happened to us in life and we let it define us. But you have risen up against all the odds. And you are this shining beacon that guides you, loving, gently, and I love the way you are so firm and you don't mince your words. When you feel something needs to change, you just hit the nail on the head, and you've done that for me. And you've helped me grow in so many ways. it's not about the length of time we have known each other, but it's about the impact, the kind of relationship that we've had. And so for me, this is about paying tribute to you and asking everyone else around to say, we thank you and we are so grateful, even for this platform. I mean, you could have just had a party with close friends, without anything involving any of us. But because of the nature of your being, your spirit, the beauty that you have brought us all together. And this is no longer just about you. It's a celebration of every individual who is here. So I want to thank you so much and say happy birthday. And may you continue to be the amazing person that you are. To me, to everyone, and I know so much more people out there, you are an amazing person. Happy birthday, Dr. You are a blessing indeed.
Take her to a room.
And well, as my freebie, I'm going to offer a free consultation. I'm going to put my calendar link on the chat for those who want to talk to me.
Go take her, give her something to eat or something.
Thank you and happy birthday, Dr. B.
Thank you so much, Barb. I really appreciate you for all you do and for showing up, and I know we're making great partnerships and great connections. And I hope to see you in Africa soon, because I will be going over there. So yay! I'd love to connect with you. And Dr. Tanya's here, and staff that you would love to connect. So you need to make connections, because they'll be in that area too. So our next speaker is an amazing person that I also love. Like, I love everybody here, so you're going to hear me loving, like, lots of love. It's Melanie Ake, and her topic is finding your pieces to your purpose puzzles. Many times we don't know who we are. We don't know where we're going. And Melanie is the person that will help you connect. She's the founder of Everyday Leaders, professional coaching, and consulting. She's an author and John Maxwell certified speaker. She is part of the founder of the Y Institute Professional Agents. So congratulations, and thank you, Melanie, for saying yes and being here today. So the stage is yours.
Oh, thank you so much. All right, I have started my clock, so here we go. First of all, I want to thank you, Dr. B, for inviting me, because I immediately said yes when you reached out, because I know what you do is authentic and you really do want to connect and bring people together. And that's really what I believe in. And so what I've learned over my journey is when you connect to people that believe what you believe, you can have more impact. And that's exactly what you said from the very beginning since I've met you. And that's what I teach. And I just wanted to share a little bit about what I've learned through my journey here to encourage people that if you haven't yet found your purpose, or you are looking for this billboard, sometimes it feels like you're never going to find it. And there's always this void or this emptiness. And just like you said, Dr. B, sometimes you get to a point where you have one event that changes the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. One event. And what I've kind of learned as I'm writing my own book is about the pieces that you put together. Steve Jobs said it at a graduation ceremony at Stanford, and he talks about going back and connecting the dots of your life. You don't understand it until you get to a certain point, and you can really appreciate the value for what you stood for, what your character is, who you're connected to, and then really what you want to do to leave your legacy. And so when I think about purpose, to me, it was about being raised in faith. My grandparents, my great-grandparents were all faith-based and really created the values and structures in my life. So I challenge people to look at their lives. Where were they at certain points that they were making critical decisions? When I became certified with the John Maxwell team, I learned that John Maxwell's father, Melvin Maxwell, preached at my great-grandfather's tabernacle. that established a lot of purpose in my life. A lot of purpose to help me understand why I'm so deeply connected to the decisions that I've made. So I'd like for you to think about the things that have made transitions in your life and the real reasons behind your character into what you hoped that would help you develop or become at the next stage. It's really important. Sometimes we're influenced by family or friends or coworkers to take on a new challenge. And sometimes it's really not ours. We don't own it. But when we own it and we take full responsibility and we commit to growth, then that changes our life. And so what I know about purpose is through John Maxwell, through my faith, and through the Why Institute, that there are several ways we can identify how we actually show up in the world. Now, there's lots of assessments that you can take. There's the DISC profile, there's Enneagram, there's Strength Finders, there's Colby, there's many of these blind spots. And the Why Institute has been inspired by Simon Sinek.
Happy birthday.
And it is a new assessment that has been discovered and developed to really determine 9 threads of who you are and why you show up in the world. And these are really developed on how God designed you. It's really your purpose first. It's how you get clear, and so that you can then know how you can affect and react to the world with all those other assessments. So here's an example. When I started thinking about my purpose, I was going back to all those assessments that I had taken in my life, and I knew through DISC that I was an ID, an influencer, and really wanted to make things happen, right? And on Strength Finders, my number 1 was a learner. In fact, that's one of Dr. B's too. Because you want to learn, you want to develop, you want to create. And I started putting some of these assessments together, and I learned that, gosh, I thought I was a contributor, right? Because I wanted to show up and I wanted to add value and I wanted to make an impact in the world. We all say that as coaches, trainers, speakers, people that want to make a change. We want to show up and add value. Well, what I learned when I took the Why assessment was that I was a challenger.
Can I have coffee?
And it really threw me back on my heels because I thought, what do you mean? I'm not a contributor? My heart feels like I'm a contributor. That's why I want to help in the world. But what it really helped me understand is why I show up is to challenge myself. Why I can make a bigger impact is because I challenge others. Why I really want to create change in the world is because the challenge that it describes is I can see things that aren't there and I want to create them. And so there's many things that assessments can help us learn. The people in our lives, the 5 closest people that we know that every leader talks about, those 5 closest people, you need to get close to those people and have them help you develop the things that you want to create in the world because you can make a bigger impact. Dr. B, you have many people here with you today, more than 5, and we all support you in your journey of making an impact. And I think if we can understand who we are from our core, go back and connect our dots and really start to understand how we can make an impact with our true purpose, then that will make us a happier, more fulfilled person. When things and events happen in our life to challenge us to believe differently, now we're equipped and we're prepared so that we can make a bigger change in the world. Thank you very much for listening today. I hope that you've enjoyed it. I want to offer, if anyone would like to go to my website, which is everydayleaders.com, I challenge you to make a bigger impact. Find better ways to change the world. You can go, I have a pop-in, and I will gift you with a free download of my audio book chapter, and also invite you to come to one of our personal growth classes. So thank you very much for everything that you all are doing. Thank you to the panelists and all those that have joined. And happy birthday, Dr. B. We love you.
Thank you so much, Melanie. I love her voice. Look at her voice. And I tell her, I said, I just love her voice and she's perfect. And Tell us a little bit about your voice, what you do with that beautiful voice of yours. I love it.
I've hosted a lot of virtual events this year. I'm doing audiobooks. There's a lot of studios that you can do voiceover work for now. And so I absolutely love it. I have a podcast that I've been doing for 4 years and also do some nonprofit podcast hosting. So yeah, anything, if I can help anybody with that, I would love to do that. I absolutely, it's my dream. I could be on the microphone for 50 hours a day, right?
Yeah, I love it. So audiobooks, voice, connect with Melanie. Yes.
Right, anything, yes.
Yes, thank you so
Happy
much.
birthday.
Thank you, thank you. And the next person that we have, that she is so close to my heart. She's doing amazing and great things. She's part of Healing for the Nations and has invited me to participate in that, as well as Seth. He's here. So she's best known and respected apostle, equipping and empowering other global humanitarian, professor of academia, motivational speaker, global entrepreneur. She is the CEO of Global Empowerment Firm, founder of Healing for the Nations, as I said, recognized and invited to be part of Power for Women of Excellence. So she is doing so many amazing things, and I'm going to let her tell her story and share her amazing wisdom with all of you. With us, we have Tanya Simmons. Thank you, Tanya, for saying yes and being here. Yay, Tanya.
Well, I mean, I don't know what to say to all that, but oh my goodness, what an intro. Melanie, your voice is amazing. Yes, I would love to learn from you for sure. Dr. B, happy birthday. We all love you. You're an amazing woman. When I think of you, I think of a woman who gives life. And, you know, women are birthed to give life, to be nurturers, to be lovers, to be all sorts of many things. But when I think of you, I think of you give life to those that are around you. So we honor you today. We celebrate you. And we're so thankful for you. We love you very much. And thanks for the opportunity. Thanks for getting us together and bringing us together from all over the globe. What a wonderful event this is. I'm super happy to be here and super excited to see everyone. Everyone looks amazing. So we pray and hope that you have a wonderful day and all the rich blessings come to your life, even through this year, that it's the best year yet for you. So my name is, yes, Dr. Tanya Simmons. I'm going to go ahead and get into it. But I mean, I'm listening to Dr. B and hearing her talk and say, yes, you know, it's nice to hear all those things. But, you know, on the flip side, people, you know, when you're going on your journey, and I love what Melanie said about purpose. You know, you're going after calling, not clout. You know, and with greater authority comes greater responsibility. You know, I was thinking about that in my house yesterday as I was walking and, you know, just cleaning, doing the everyday stuff. And it was greater authority is greater responsibility. You need to learn to know how to handle that responsibility of what we do and how we do it. The ethical choices that come in business and out of business, the character development, you know, operating from your core values, you know, making the decisions, integral decisions. Do we do everything perfect? No, that's not what leadership is. It's not about perfection. It's about progression. And so, you know, it's life lessons. You know, where we fall down, we get up 7 times, right? And we need community. That's why this platform is so important, and especially when it's global. We all come together. We learn from each other. That's what people need. Dr. B, she is a leader among leaders that operates from the core of who she is and from a heart-to-heart connection. You know, that's why we're all on here, is because proper alignment, it pulls people in, right? So when you're operating from the core of who you are, it tends to, and when you're operating in your purpose, it tends to draw the same like-minded people to you. And so, you know, we can all learn together. Series, and you know, Dr. B is helping me right now actually put out my book. It's called Unveiling the Power of Your Voice and Unlocking Your Personal Authority. And so people think, well, what does that mean? Well, what that means is, sometimes you go through things in your life. I went through multiple things when I was growing up, whether it be sexual abuse, whether it be, trauma. At the age of 22, I lost my first husband. I was a single mom at that point. And, I had 2 children. And at that point, you're going, wait a minute, this is not what everything was entailed to be like. This is not what I signed up for at this point. But just like Melanie was talking about, sometimes, life does not have to say it, even when, and I'm a planner, even when you start to plan things out, sometimes life doesn't go the way you think. But in the midst of all that, was birthed the vision of Healing for the Nations. So what is Healing for the Nations? It's a nonprofit. And Dr. Seth Bussey, I believe he's on the line. He's an amazing man. He oversees the UK division. And so it's a lot of humanitarian relief work. We go into Pakistan, we plant water wells. We've done food campaigns for over 500 families during COVID, and it goes on and on and on. We planted a school there with 35 children, and now it's over 100. Mm-hmm. So why am I saying this? I'm not saying this for accolades and to pump myself up. I'm saying it is because each one of us has God-given potential. And until we work that potential and until we really tap into the power of our voice, right? And that's how we make impact. That's where we find our purpose. So let's go back to the basics. It was birthed through a lot of adversity, y'all. It was birthed through pain. And sometimes if you want to go for greatness and if you want to go for really what's in your heart and purpose, you have to not compromise on certain things in your life. You have to strap up your boots, pull yourself up by the waistband, and go, you know what? This is my purpose. This is my calling, and stick to that. There are going to be distractions along the way. There are going to be people that are going to get your ear and pull at you from left to right. There are going to be things that are going to hit you blindsided, going to knock you to your knees. I've been there. I know what it feels like to be absolutely broken, but I also know what it feels like to overcome the adversity, to get through the challenges, and to make headway, and to go, wow, and to look back and go, look at all the junk I just walked through. Can you believe it? Wow, I am still standing. And it's a process. Look at Dr. B, what she's been through. You can't expect greatness. You can't expect to just have your purpose dumped in your lap. This is what I help people with. I help people bring themselves from potential right into their true purpose, their true assignment, where they are optimizing their desired lifestyle. They're in their sweet spot. They're finding full fulfillment. And what gives me the credibility to do that? Well, let me tell you, spend a couple of minutes with me and I'll tell you, it's because I've been through hell and back. But you know what? Here's the thing. You don't ever give up. And I want to encourage those people that are watching right now and everyone on this platform. You paid a price. There's been a price to pay for where you are today. And don't you think I know that? Your purpose didn't just happen. You went after your purpose, you went after your dreams, and you didn't stop. You didn't back down. You could have given up, but you didn't. And that's called birthing resiliency. That's called overcoming adversity. That's calling tapping into, an overcoming mentality. And so I want to encourage everyone that's listening that you have great impact in the power of your voice. You just have to recognize it. You have to identify your voice. You have to recognize the power of your voice, and you have to use your voice like you're called to do. You can't be scared or fearful to speak out and speak up, because now is the day where everyone, there are conflicts, there are disagreements over the tiniest of issues, and now is the time where you can use your voice for good. You can bring unity where there is conflict. You can bring love where in the midst there is a lot of anger and hatred. You can make an impact, and you can do that through the power of your voice. So I also help people overcome limiting beliefs in the areas of low self-esteem, low confidence, and those types of areas. Fear, just not believing in themselves. So, I have 5 wonderful grandchildren, and they're all girls. They're all girls. And I have twins, y'all, twins. And so, and yes, you hear a little bit of the South coming out of me when I say y'all, but that's where I was originally born and traveled and whatnot everywhere. But what I'm talking about is, you know, especially with little girls, you know, I speak to them, and Dr. B was talking about the next generation and the next legacy. What kind of legacy are you going to leave? That's my question to you. What kind of legacy do you want to leave? What do you want to be known by? You know, and what I see is, you know, when I talk to my grandchildren, to the little girls, and, you know, I always want to empower them. You know, I want to always speak life into them and let them know that they can do and they can be anything that they desire. And that comes from really believing down deep inside that they can do it. So I wanted to encourage everyone on the line and everyone listening is the fact that, you know, don't be afraid to step into the bigger moment that you've never been before. And what that means is, you know, we all have those moments, but when you step into the bigger moment and you feel that moment is bigger than what you've ever experienced, don't shy away from it. Embrace it. Embrace the adversity that comes along with it, because it builds inner fortitude. It builds inner confidence. It builds character, like Melanie was saying as well. I loved what she had to say. And so my gift would be a strategy call. It's a free strategy call. It's a 30-minute strategy call. I call it Potential to Purpose. And we just get on the line, we talk. And the bottom line is, it's about helping others. It's about really loving other people. And that's it. People want authentic. People want real. People nowadays, they need that. It's not just a matter of want, but it's a matter of need. And when you come across people in a genuine, sincere, caring, loving way, they know it. We need heart shifts. We need mind shifts, paradigm shifts, but we need heart shifts. And that's what I'm speaking to. I'm speaking to the core of the issue, which is heart. And so that's what I do. I do a lot of heart work, and we do a lot of things like that. And, you know, I can talk on and on about the things we do, but it's about, you know, impact. It's about making a difference, and find your place. Find the place where you're called to be and stick in your lane. You know, I see Jeff and I see all these phenomenal people on this line. Never compare yourself with others. It's not about competition. It's about collaboration. It's about lifting each other up and pushing each other forward. And when you find people like that of true like-mindedness and alignment, then great things can happen. So, Dr. B, I love you very much. I want to respect the time. And you know my heart for you, and everyone on here celebrates you. Much love to everyone. And I'll put the link in the chat. And yeah, Jeff, thank you so much. God bless. And thank you, everybody. All right, God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Tanya. I love you for saying yes and being here. Thank you so much. She's doing amazing things. So I really strongly suggest all of you that are watching right now live, or if you're watching the replay or you're here on the Zoom live, connect with Dr. Tanya. She has amazing work. And in fact, especially if you're a philanthropist, you want to connect with her, because she does have that piece of healing for the nations, which is great work that she's doing. Congratulations for that. I know that we are always like kind of falling behind, right, with time. Like, time is one of the most difficult things for me, but I want everybody, honor everybody their time. And our speakers are speaking for 7 minutes. So give them this opportunity, because they have so much to share, and everybody's timing themselves. So time yourself for the 7 minutes. And with us, we have another amazing person. It's Dr. Kalia Johnson. In fact, she just got her doctorate. So yay, Dr. Kalia, I am so proud of you. I mean, everybody can do anything they desire, and she's an amazing woman. She is a international best-selling author, motivational keynote speaker, trauma and resilience expert, corporate consultant, business strategist, human rights advocate, and digital marketing professional. So with us, we have Dr. Kalia Johnson. Thank you for saying yes, and thank you for being here. The stage is yours.
Thank you so very much. And happy birthday, Dr.
Thank
Angelica. I am so grateful to be here amongst all of you. Connection is everything. It hasn't always been easy. Being someone who is a trauma and resilience expert, I was my greatest experiment learning about trauma. I come from a background of intergenerational trauma. I'm an intergenerational trauma survivor. Multiple women in my family suffered from all forms of abuse, starting as early as adolescence through, through up until adulthood, dealing with the same type of, almost the same identical relationships, which were abusive, which were, the women were often abused and mentally, physically, and other ways. And usually they adapted to or connected to abusive men who didn't know themselves. And so what I found myself is a teenage mom at 14, almost 15 was for the first time. And the second time I was a mom at 17. And so I didn't exactly know how I got there. I'd grown up in a church 3 generations of religious, and I would go to church and I would hear everybody say, we love the Lord, we are so, they would say, Jesus saves. And I couldn't understand why he hated my family. I couldn't understand why God didn't seem to be there for us. And so that led me down a journey to ask questions, maybe that other people weren't asking. Like, why do we just come here every single week? And why do we allow these people to judge us? And why are we, and I was called rebellious. And maybe you know those accusations. One accusation I remember hearing a lot: crazy, stupid, rebellious, and then it was drama queen when I showed my expressions. It was, angry, rageful. I mean, the constant attacks of who I was, the bad kids,
I was covering
and those are the accusations. And so the title of the message that I want to give, and I'm going to stay tuned. My husband is timing me. This 7 minutes will go fast. But the things that I remember about was turning accusations into affirmations. And so someone that has been that, and now today being called doctor, that alone is amazing. But when you start to show up in your power, I didn't give you the medium, but just because I got 7 minutes, I'm going to take you on to the other side. So then there is this place where when you start to show up and knowing who you are, all of a sudden the accusations shift to, oh, she thinks she's too much, doing too much. Then it turns into arrogance, and I had to find, what does that mean? Like, first I'm nothing, now I think I'm too much, and finally having to understand that nobody's accusations or nobody's opinions matter. And so I had to go through the journey of truly breaking down, what did I see in myself? And it started off looking pretty ugly. I was raged. I was angry as hell. I was tired. I was sick and tired of seeing women beat up. I was tired of coming to a church where everybody was judgmental, where nobody seemed to know the God they sing about. I was tired of seeing the same cycle over and over and over again, but I didn't know how to change until I started to say, show me me. And once I asked that question, that was the hardest journey that I ever had to go through. I mean, I had to realize that I wasn't a victim only, I was also a villain. I had to recognize that I had a responsibility. Yes, I did not go through everything that happened to me. It was not my fault, but at this place, it was my responsibility, and I had a decision to make to how I was going to respond to the things that had happened to me. And so now today, the journey becomes, who do I think I am? Who do I say I am? So when I walk into the room, if I'm too much, oh well, you're just gonna have to worry about this shine. If they think I'm crazy, oh well, I stand up. It is the way that I am now receiving, because I am standing on the foundation of a divine identity that cannot be moved based on my experiences or even my titles today. It is wonderful that I was acknowledged and honored with a doctorate, but it means nothing to me what others think about me if I don't know what I stand for. And when I walk in the room, that I don't understand, that I can't be shifted by the opinions of men, and that usually they are projecting the things that they feel about themselves. And so now today I am advocate, as I'm a trauma and resilience expert, I am an advocate about teaching mostly women, but also men, but teaching how high-powered women how to overcome perfectionism and people-pleasing in comparison. Because what is happening is that these are internal accusations that we are trying to control everyone's view about us, and we usually have to make ourselves feel a certain way sometimes when insecurity is at the root because of what someone else projected on us. And when we break through those ceilings, everything that we do is founded on the foundation that is immovable. It is an eternal esteem that can't be shifted by other people's opinions. It is a reality. And then we realize that no matter what we've experienced, no matter what trauma we've overcome, that everything that we do, once we decide that we're doing it from the foundation of knowing who we are. Now I pride myself on taking those very accusations. I remember stepping into the room, and I can tell when those innuendos are kind of thrown at you. She's arrogant. We got to be humble. That false accusation of humility. When I say I know what I'm worth, I know what I'm going to charge, I know my value, and I know what I bring to the table. And everybody is not going to receive that, and that's okay. But I am not going to dim my life to make others comfortable any longer. So when that shows up, all of a sudden you hear the small accusations of arrogance. And so what I chose to do was take those accusations and turn them into affirmations and recognize that it is my ability to receive what I receive as truth. And so when they call me rebellious, I say I'm absolutely rebellious. I rebel against cultural conditioning and the mindset that tries to pull us and push us down to make others comfortable. I am, maybe you think I'm arrogant, but actually I'm confident. Or you think I'm overconfident, I'm now the overconfident coach. Because I don't just need confidence to survive in a world that wants to diminish my shine. I need the overconfidence that comes above me. That is meaning that my identity is not based on my title. It's not even based on anything external. But it's based at the root of who I've always been. Because I came into this world enough, just as you did. And when we can reconnect to that original version of ourselves, what can any man say or take? And every honor that is established is just an addition to what we always have been and always will be. And so I want to leave you today with the 5 keys that I teach in my program, Unpack to Impact, which are the 5 keys of effective transformation, generational transformation. Because when we change, generations change. 1, examine. Examine the thoughts that we think we're hearing. Examine the things that we take as truth. Examine every single person in our lives. Examine our environment. Examine our support. Examine ourselves. Next, exchange. Exchange. What do I need? What do I want? What is truth and what is a lie? And when you find the root of that, exchange it for the truth that is valid, that is proven, it cannot be shifted. Establish who you are. What is it that you bring to the table? What is it that you do? What is it that you feel about yourselves? What do you feel? First of all, every emotion, just because they're not positive, doesn't mean they're not valid. Establish your truth. Next is execute. Execute on the plan. Execute on what your truth is. Execute on everything that you do from the foundation of your identity. And then evolve. And so from that, I want to leave you with that and just letting you know, and my timer just went off, Michael, so I'm hoping, I know that it's running out of time, but just to say, I am just grateful for the opportunity, and every time that we get a chance to come into a space, recognizing that it does no one any good to shift through the opinions of other people. Stand in your power. It is this place where you have a power space. And when that's founded on who you have always been, enough. No one can move you. And then atmosphere shift, generation shift, and everything that you touch turns to gold. And so I just want to leave you with that and empower you today. And thank you, Dr. Angelica, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you for connecting. Thank you for your life. And thank you for each and every one of you healers in this room that are using your life for others. And I am leaving a gift. I'm going to put it in the notes. It's 21 days of mastering mental momentum. It's a Udemy link, and you just have to put global network. And so I'll put both of those in the link. I'm just going to do that really quickly. I actually, just because we're away, so I asked to be the first speaker because I apologize. I cannot stay because we have reservations because we're celebrating. But I want to thank each and every one of you. And I'm going to stick around as I try to, get ready. I'm going to put it quickly off, and I'm going to stick around for about at least 20 minutes. And I'm going to hold on and each and every one of you to hear your stories. I can't wait, but I want to be observant of time. And again, thank you again for this opportunity. And I'm grateful to connect with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Kalila, for being here. And again, congratulations for your great accomplishment and for saying yes, because I know you have a busy schedule and you still said yes and you're here. And I really think that you're not only here for me, but I think that the world needs to hear your message because you have this power in you that I can feel and I can hear. And I know that people out there listening to you will reach that message, but at the core. I mean, I can feel it in my core when you speak. So thank you. Thank you for showing up for many, many people that need you. Thank you. Now with us, we have another amazing person. He's my fun, happy person that I really like. All the time I connect with him, we have fun. And that's Albert Corey. He's the Ninja Profit Masters. So with Albert, it's like he introduced me to an amazing person, which is Forbes Riley, And ever since I connected with her, I've made so many other connections. And I really, really love Albert because he's fun to talk to. Albert took $10 and built a global brand. He shows you how you can increase your business cash flow with less capital and resources. And in fact, he helps you manage your money and report it the way you should report it to the IRS. So with us, we have the Ninja Profit Master. Yay, Mr. Corey. Thank you for being here and saying yes, because I know you're also a very busy, busy person.
First of all, thank you, Miss Angelica. My name is Albert Corey, if you know who I am, and the world knows me as the tax. For almost 4 decades, I built a global brand from just $10. Right? Sorry, $10. So today I'm going to show you how you have to be, I know the guy. I know the man. You see, pretty much what you got to do is you got to go out and help people and do a whole bunch of things to give a lot of things away for free. By the way, one of them you can do now is I want everybody to take a picture. Take out their cell phone. I'm going to put this now on gallery view. So everybody take out your phone and take a picture of this group. Put it in group mode and take a picture and put, hey, we're having an amazing time at Dr. A's group. That's the best thing you do. See, because that's one of my ninja profits. I have 101 of them. So now you're edifying yourself that you're with cool people. All right? And another cool trick I'm doing, everybody wave, hey, because everybody's now on my Facebook Live. Another cool tricks that I built is I'm coming up with amazing tricks that everybody can do. And by the way, what's it costing you to take that picture, guys? 0, right? Everybody put the big 0 if your camera is on, or take off your camera and put the word 0. And that's how you build the business. I built the business on the power of free. And I come up with cool things. And part of the power of free, and Dr. Angel will know that we met last September in Dallas, where people ask me questions. I know Mr. Aaron's the same way. Hey, Aaron. And I'm always out there giving people answers, helping questions, and all the time. So what does that start to do? You start to know, I know the guy, or I know the guy. And what does that mean? That means is as you start to give away everything for free, see the word FREE, people are going to know and come and trust and love you. And the next thing you know is you might not be making money out of these people, but since there's not a lot of people who are giving away the power of free, do you know how many people I see on Facebook, Instagram, and they come up on your feet. I don't know them and says, oh, look, give me your money. That's not what you do. You need to go out and help people and tell people. And don't worry about getting paid. Hi, Ann. By the way, everybody's coming in. We still have a real active office in the Highly area. We do accounting for almost 4 decades. But I don't spend money on marketing. Okay? I just go out there and post every day. I'm coming up with new and crazy ways. One of the newest things that we'll be launching soon is, I don't know about you, everybody hears, oh, I'm going to be on Amazon TV, right? Everybody hears that. Everybody sells that. Well, guess what? I found a way, here again, and I will be putting it out. I just got to shoot the videos and stuff, where you can get on Amazon TV for like $20, $50. That's because that's what somebody's charging to host. So you go out and start giving away your content. And and I do that every day. Like I said, and also wherever you go, and I just mentioned, wherever you go, you always post pictures. Always. I am the king of pictures. Anybody knows and sees me and follows me on Facebook or Instagram. Wherever I go, I got my little cell phone and I post who I am and where I'm at. Hey, Mr. Jeff K. So that's what we do, and that's how I built my business. Like I said, right now, everybody's on one of my coolest tricks. It's called a reverse podcast. Everybody goes, oh, what's that? What's simple? If you're on this show and helping and watching Dr. A, okay, well, I want everybody to take out, if you're not on your cell phone, and I can see everybody who's not on their cell phone, you need to set it up and put it on and say, hey, guess what, everybody? Watch this cool event with Dr. A. Okay, watch this cool event while I'm on it. And it's not because I'm on it right now. Is you go out and edify yourself. It goes back to what I always teach. Now it's not even $10 because I can use my cell phone, which I can't move because I'm doing my reverse podcast, and go out and build a brand. Okay, and build a brand. And every day I'm coming up with cool stuff that nobody doesn't even use. Like, you ever know if you have an iPhone, there's this thing called Shots, where you can do all kinds of shots, SHOT, where you can make cool videos and everything is inscribed. I think I got a minute left. Another thing is, when you're out there posting every day, hey, don't worry about what the spelling, don't worry about people think. Because anybody who follows me, right, Aaron and Dr. A and Nathan knows, I can't spell, okay, and my grammar is never right, okay? So it's okay, we move to share. But guess what, it's out there. Then I get these hate, oh, you can't spell, so nobody will ever gonna watch. And I say,
he was reading my message.
And everybody who says I can't spell, I'm gonna say thank you. The funniest story I will tell you, I always have a tax office and I email and stuff. So one guy comes in, tries to get me upset and pissed off. He goes, hey, Albert, I delete your crap every time I see your email. I go to him, his name was Bob. Thanks, Bob. You make me feel good by doing that. He goes, why do you say that? Because the fact that you're saying I deleted that email, you might have not opened it up, but the fact that you're seeing me, it's called in your face. You know I'm there. So I say thank you. So bottom line is somebody we know and love, that I say, just get it done. Okay, if it spells bad and the colors are wrong, the fact that it's out there, all right, the fact that it's out there, I got like 3 seconds left. I got some cool stuff. One of them is you can get my digital copy of my free book of The Art of Perception, how I built my business with just, hey, maybe you can see it now, with just $10. Text Taxman to 26786. That's Taxman. You get my free book. You get my 30 top tax deduction. And I got my 5 ways that you can build your business with almost zero resources. And I think I gave you 4 of them today, but there's 4 different ones. And anybody who follows me knows every day, oh, that's my timer going up. That every day I'm coming up with the next thing. And it's like, And that's what you get when you hang out with me. Follow me on Facebook, Albert Corey, Instagram, Pen40W2. Everybody knows I'm always there. That's it. Thank you, everybody. Sharing is caring. Right? Bye-bye.
Thank you, Albert. Albert is so much fun. When you connect with him live, like, he is a fun person to be around with. So you have to connect with Albert and take advantage of his free gift. Like I said, today we're celebrating my birthday. We're celebrating global connections, and everybody has a beautiful gift to offer you. So I figured out, I was having a lot of technical issues and we kind of fell behind. So I am so sorry for those of you that are here live and those of you that are watching. Our next step was a breakout room. And I want to see if it's okay with everybody. Raise your hand. If we skip it and we move it towards the end, is it okay? Is everybody okay with that? Okay. So that we can honor our speakers, because I know some of you have beautiful things to say, and I really want that message to be delivered because I think that's more powerful. And yes, network connections is important, and we'll move it towards the end if that's okay. And then we'll close it out for the live group, and then only you that are here showing up can connect with each other and then exchange those gifts. I figured out how to do the live stream, and I'm going to start connecting and adding your links live so that people on the live call can also get your beautiful gifts that you have. So thank you. Now, our next person. I have 3 amazing coaches, okay? One of them is Forbes Riley. The next one is Mark Victor Hansen, the one that wrote Chicken Soup for the Soul. And my third amazing coach is Bill Walsh. And with being around Bill Walsh, I've made many, many connections. And I just met this amazing lady. It's Dr. Amber Shue. Amazing. We worked together during our creation of speaking camp platform. And she is an endodontist in Houston and has been practicing for more than 18 years. She has a passion for biohacking and a holistic health center. She owns a wellness center called Meta Zone Spa that is equipped with the latest technology, scientifically proven to reduce pain and inflammation. And I truly believe in what she's doing, because when I had cancer, I used the ozone therapy. And when I heard that she does that type of work, I was like in awe to meet someone that is doing something that worked for me when my health wasn't well. So welcome, Dr. Shue, and thank you for saying yes and being here. You're amazing, and the floor is yours. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. B, for having me. Happy birthday. I hope you all can hear me. Well, just like Dr. B say, I am in Houston. I have a passion to help people to feel, get healthier and feel better. Even I myself, I have struggled with some chronic health issue before, and kind of just, with chronic fatigue and due to stress from work, I'm sure we can all relate. So I kind of take my health into my own hand and just find, the knowledge in biohacking to help myself. And that's why I opened the Wellness Center. We have been helping a lot of people with chronic pain and chronic illness that is feeling better and getting better. So here, I just want to use 5 minutes of my time, kind of give you guys some anti-aging, tips. Since we're celebrating birthday, right? So let's all grow younger together. All right. So the number 1 tip about anti-aging is that you want to control your blood sugar spike. What happens is that when we have carbohydrate or food, our blood sugar can go up, So no matter how clean your eating is, there's going to be some times you just like, hey, I just really needed that donut, or you go to a birthday and a piece of cake. So here are my hacks to help you. So number 1 thing is that if you have eaten something bad that you shouldn't have, just keep moving. When that food coma hits is when you really gotta keep moving. Movement can kind of help your blood sugar that spike to go down much faster. So this way, like it won't create inflammation in your body, which causes aging. Another hack that I have is that if you did eat something that, also eat some fiber. Like personally, I take this fiber pill. You can do that, or you can just chow down on some celery. So that doesn't add too much more calorie, but it gives you more fiber. What it does in your system is that if you only had carbohydrate without fat and fiber, other slow digesting material in your body, it shoots up your blood sugar very high. But if you add fiber, that would help you to digest slower. For some reason, that blood sugar won't spike as much. Another tip, is to make sure you're well hydrated. The good thing is like not just drinking 8 glasses of water, knowing when to drink. You don't want to drink during eating, even though that's our habit, a drink on the side with the food that we eat. You do want to drink between meals, especially at least 10 minutes before, or 30 minutes after. The reason for that is like, if you drink too much during your meal, you're going to decrease your stomach acid. And that's not good. That's not going to help you to digest well. And any food that you don't digest well turn into toxin. So that's another tip that I have is like, you do want to drink as much tea as possible. A good one is Yerba Mate. All right. This is, has packed with antioxidants, doesn't have a lot of caffeine, but it helps you to hydrate really efficiently. And especially if you add chia seed in your drink, such as this, what it does, once you put in a drink, it kind of, has a gelatinous gel kind of form, like that. So that also helps to retain hydration in your body. So it doesn't just, go in one end, come out the other, but it adds fiber as well. So all those are like good things to do. And 5 things you want to ask yourself in nutrition is, had I gotten enough mineral, vitamin, fiber, amino acid, and fatty acids? Those are the 5 essential things you should take in every day. Yeah. So those are my tips, and my gift for you guys, if you can, I'll send a link to my spa, and the first one that would email me, happy birthday, Dr. B. We'll get a free spa treatment if you ever come into Houston. All right, so happy birthday, Dr. B, and hope you guys all have a great weekend. Thank you.
Thank you. Can I put happy birthday, Dr. B?
There you go.
Just kidding. You have to take advantage of this because she is an amazing person. Just shared some amazing tips that you have to take advantage, because we're always wondering, what can I do so that we can biohack that aging moment, right? We all want to be able to do that. And I love your tips. I took the notes right away because I want to be able to implement them in my life. Thank you, Dr. Shu, for being here and sharing your amazing wisdom. Connect with her. What I'm going to ask while the panelist, if you can send me your free gift link via the Facebook Messenger, that would help me, because that way I can cut and paste, since I have 2 computers happening at the same time. I can cut and paste it and put it over there, because when I'm trying to do it on the other screen, I'm minimizing the screen and I'm losing you. So thank you for being patient and helping me kind of maneuver all this technology stuff. So the next amazing person, and I thought he was incredible. I mean, he has so much energy. He's witty. He is energetic. And it's Dr. Nathan Ho. I also met him at Bill Walsh the Platinum Speaking Camp. And he was just energetic. We got to work with each other a lot. And he has a lot of encouragement, a lot of inspiration. He connects with a lot of dentists, like has big networking events. You have to connect with him. He is a dentist, a serial entrepreneur, and marketing strategist. He is the co-founder and CEO of Envision Stars, a software as a service, which is the SaaS company that helps business owners attract more new patients and grow their business without having to spend more money on marketing. Now, Nathan has helped many business owners accelerate their business growth through his marketing strategies and software with Envision Stars. He's going to be talking about the entrepreneur marketing strategy. So welcome, Nathan and Dr. Nathan Hall, and for saying yes and being here today. Thank you.
Hi, Dr. B. I'm very excited to be here today, and it was an honor to meet you at Bill Walsh event in Chicago 2 weeks ago. I'm very excited. Good morning, everyone. So, like Dr. B said, I'm a dentist, CEO of Envision Stars. It's a review and customer engagement platform. So how many of you think your reputation is important? If you think your reputation is important, type in 1 in the chat box for me. And the second question that I want to ask all of you is, how many of you think your online reputation is important for your business?
Oops.
Type in number 2 if you think your online reputation is important for your business at this moment during this time. In this presentation, I will go over the power of Google reviews and reputation marketing. But before that, if I may, I'd like to share with you my story and my business journey. I was born and raised in Vietnam. We were so poor that our house didn't even have electricity or running water. In 1994, we were fortunate to have had the opportunity to come to this country. And when we first came here, we didn't have any money. We didn't speak any English. So we had to start from scratch. I'm the first one in my family to have gone to college and graduated from dental school. And after dental school, as most of my classmates were looking for a job, I was looking for a dental practice to buy. So I bought a dental practice, and 3 months right after graduation, and 3 months after that, we started our second dental practice. And we will actually struggle for almost 2 years during the first few months of our practice. We didn't have a lot of patients, so every patient that came in was the lifeline of business. And I remember one day, one of my patients was on the schedule. She was one of the patients we had on the schedule that day. So I just was very, very excited to see her. And 15 minutes before her appointment, she called and canceled. Later, I realized, I was so disappointed, but later I realized that she was on her way to our practice. She went on Google and saw one of our negative reviews, read it, so she didn't feel comfortable, so she turned around. So that after that day, I focused on getting a lot of authentic online reviews, especially Google reviews. And our practice took off. So in 2018, after realizing the importance of online reviews and how reputation marketing could impact our business, I partnered up with a full stack programmer to build a review software for other business owners and ourselves to use to build our online reputation to market for our business, so we could grow without spending our hard-earned dollars in marketing. As you know, I'm a dentist and entrepreneur. I'm not a programmer, but I realized that we don't have to know everything to build a company or product. The key is to work with people that have the skills and talents that we don't have to create the products and the services that we envision. So now we have businesses all over the U.S. from different industries such as car dealership, daycare, dentists, massage envy, using our software to attract more customers or patients to their business. Now, how many of you think Google is a great marketing platform? Type in number 3, okay? And how many think online reviews, especially Google reviews, are important for your business? See your responses. Great. So I'm glad that we're on the same page. And I'd like you to write this down. Your online reviews are basically your business's online reputation. Write that down. And having a great online reputation is an effective marketing strategy. Once you have a solid online reputation, then your reviews, your online reputation will consistently market and endorse your business and services 24/7 for months and years to come. And the key is it's free and it's very, very effective. Now, in my dental practice,
Síganselos aquí.
some days we have patients that
I don't think it's
come in and accept $20,000 to $33,000 treatment plan, smart makeover service that we offer, and most of them
No sé cómo
come
dárselo.
in and trust and like us before we try to
It's on messengers.
So that is the power of online reviews, especially when you
I
have
don't know.
online reviews that have stories and experience shared by your existing customers or patients, right? We know that if we were to go out there and say that we are the best dentists, the best
ya sé
business
cómo.
owners, we have the best business in town, nobody's going to listen to us, because all that is just us telling people that, just come to our business because we want more money or we want more customers. But when other customers or patients are telling other potential customers or patients that, you should go to that dental office, you should go to that medical office, or you should go to that spa or that car dealership, then other patients or customers will trust that more. Now, how many of you read on reviews on Amazon before you buy a product? You can raise your hand, type in number 4 or 5, right? How many of you actually go to the seller's website to research about a company or a product? Not many people do that anymore, right? Because they trust the reviews shared by other customers about the products that they buy. So that is the power of social proof. Social proof is basically consumers make a decision based on what other people are doing or saying. So that is the reason why having great online reviews, especially Google reviews, is so important for your business. Now, how many of you actually have better reviews than your competitors? That's a question that you should ask yourself, because when we can have 200 or 300 reviews in Google, but if our competitors have 400 or 500 or 1,000 reviews, then basically they are attracting some of your potential customers or patients for your business. You just don't realize it, right? So having more reviews than your competitors will help attract those potential customers and your business. The next step is to have better reviews than your
How do
competitors.
I spell
When I'm talking about better reviews than your competitors, I'm
Melanie?
not just talking about the
Oops,
rating,
we lost this.
5, 4.9, or 5.0 star rating. I'm talking about having reviews that have stories and experience shared by your customers that actually endorse your business and the services that you offer. Not a lot of people think about that. But for my dental office, currently we have 550 Google reviews, when other businesses around us only have 25, 15, 50 reviews. So some of our competitors are marketing online through direct mails, Facebook, having a great website. But when their customers or patients go on Google to search for the businesses that they try to do their due diligence for, most likely they will pick our dental practice if they were to look for a dentist in our town, right? So first, you have to have more reviews than your competitors. Second, you should try to have better reviews than your competitors. Now, ways to dominate your competitors is basically to have more reviews than your competitors, because when you have more reviews than your competitors, then your business will stand out from the competition. There's nothing better than having a great reputation for your service or product for your business. Now, the second is to have better reviews. So when you have more and better reviews, you should try to market those numbers and the type of reviews that you have by putting those reviews on your direct mails, by mentioning that you have 500 Google reviews, and you have and basically try to create social proof.
Even sometimes ahorita estaban unas esperando y no las metí porque no puedo ver.
What do? They actually go on Google to do the research, right? And even if they didn't intentionally go on Google to read your reviews, they go on Google to look for directions to your business. So that's when you want them to see the great reviews that you have. And by sharing your number of reviews on your marketing, such as direct mails or Facebook, you're basically telling the potential customers that you have a lot of satisfied customers or patients to your business. And that's the reason why I built Vision Stars, is to help business owners to simplify the process for the customers to get great reviews. Because we know that if our customers or patients have to go over any hurdles at all, most likely they won't do it.
Is there a
In my
Nathan
early
in
years
here?
in my business, when I sent out 500 emails to all 500 satisfied patients, we got 0 reviews in the campaign. And oftentimes when we ask our
There was a
patients
Nathan in here
to write us a review after they compliment us, most of them promise to write us a review when they get home. But in the end, 97% of them wouldn't do it. So now we have a software where we send a text to our many business owners are spending a lot of money on marketing and they're not getting the ROI that they expected. Because we know that it costs a lot to market on Facebook. It costs a lot of money to send out thousands of direct mail to Discord.
There we go.
Right? It costs money to have a website. But when you
So from a very tender age, I had visions, and I didn't know what they were until I moved to the UK back in 2008. I didn't know about the law of attraction, but I know that these visions that I had, they came to manifest just right before my eyes. I remember seeing myself on the radio with headphones on, never mind that the universe or was aligning me with my purpose. So I worked in radio for a number of years and built a household name for myself before moving to the UK in 2008 after the death of my husband. I was struggling working as a radio personality. The salary was not helping me to achieve the things that I need to achieve for my kids as a single mom. So I decided to move to the UK because I had visions of reaching a wider audience, and I've been told that I have a great voice, but you know that it's also purpose with using my voice. I only know my purpose just recently. I've known that my voice has a magnetic healing energy, even though I knew that people were saying that you have a great voice, but I didn't know that there was much more to my voice. And my journey started in the UK. Before moving here, I was always actively involved in community development and giving back to my community. And being here in the UK, I've always wanted to continue giving back and getting involved with charity. I think it's something that gives me joy to put smiles on people's faces and to just help out in the community by giving back. So over the years, I have actively involved in many charitable organizations in the UK. I was also a project leader at university and raising money for Future Stance charity in Cambodia, traveling to Asia, in Africa, and doing a lot of charity work, just giving back and helping many people as I possibly can. And after I've learned so much from volunteering and university, it's like that, oh, this is something that with all of these transferable skills I was able to pick up on, I can start my own foundation because this is something that is so dear to my heart, is to give back and to help many people as I possibly can. So I started off with the Woman of Heart Foundation, and the aim is to support women all over the world and raise funds, but also raise awareness about volunteering in the community and how important it is for us to give back to our community so that we can develop a better world for all to live in. And after that, I came about what else can I do to bring women together and to also celebrate them? Because I've always had, there's something extraordinary about women empowerment that I always was fascinated by. Seeing women at their best, their boldest, their brightest, and seeing women showcasing their talent and their abilities, but also to connect them for a better cause. I've launched the Women of Heart Awards, a celebration of everything that women are doing around the world, bringing women together, celebrating their achievements, but also sharing their stories to help change the world. I think women are powerful, we are unique, we just need to support each other. And I think some of the challenges that we're facing today is that women, we don't support each other. So my platforms are created to connect women, but not only women, diverse women from all across the globe to share their stories, their messages so that they can also impact the world to make a difference through speech. I also have the Women of Heart Face of Global, which is called the Face of Women of Heart Awards, a platform with diverse women to come together from all over the world to also change the world through speech. These are some amazing platforms, and it's going to connect everyone here to say that it is okay. It is okay to give help and to the community. Because many times or hopeful, but we think that we're not. Self-doubt or overthink ourselves, we think that life is challenging that but if we come together as one, we can can really make the world a better place. We can lift each other up and pull each other up. A lot of young girls, nation needs to know about diversity so that we can all come together at the same table and empower each other. Thank you so much for coming as well to come on board our platforms so that we can support each other and break the ice and better work relationship among us as women because we need each other. We need to connect and appreciate each other. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Desiree. I really, truly appreciate you. And I'm going to ask if you could please mute yourself. I know that sometimes we get a little distracted and things happen because it is a long event, but mute yourself. And I know you're listening and sometimes we multitask. So it's all good, but we do want to honor our speakers here. So thank you so much for all you do, Desiree, because you are honoring women around the world and you are giving them a platform to speak, be recognized, and be known. So thank you so much for all you do. And our next speaker is someone who caught my attention on the internet, on Facebook. Constantly, I would see his posts pop up and then I became very curious and wondered, who is this man who keeps showing up on my feed? And I messaged him and say, hey, I'd love to interview you and chat with you because he just kept popping up. And then what caught my attention was that the high ticket to high performance. And I'm always curious what other entrepreneurs are doing and how they're reaching and helping other people be more successful. So I'm like the matchmaker entrepreneur, right? I love to match entrepreneurs with each other. And I'd love to match Bharat Shetty with you because he took a leap into entrepreneurial life back in December 2019 after being in a corporate world for 21 years and haven't looked back since. He built a high ticket business empowering individuals to launch online, start new and additional income streams. He co-founded company in the healthcare sector, contributes and helps the cost of better health, sanitation, hygiene to provide a better quality of life. Now, recently ventured into the manufactured projects for the AAC plant and biofuel vehicle, happily married. He has a child who's 6 years old and beautiful. So I'm going to let him talk more, but he's going to show up on your feed also on Facebook because he's an amazing man. Thank you, Bharat, for saying yes and being here today.
Thank you, Dr. B, so much for bringing me here, and a massive happy birthday to you. I mean, I know we didn't get to connect a lot, and we connected once before and now, and it was great to hear from different people about you and your journey, and I'm really honored to be here. Let's put it that way. All right, so I have exactly 7 minutes to talk and probably using it stuff, and I want to make it worth your while. So you get to take away this excellent lifetime opportunity that's available for anyone who is committed to change their financial situation today. I know money is not everything, but it is right up there with oxygen. Let me tell you quickly about me. So I quit my 21 years of corporate life in December 21, and that was not because of COVID. I had an excellent career and a good double six-figure salary job in a technology industry, living in Singapore and in a fancy home. So I had everything. I mean, a lot of people would probably take up my job if I offered them. But I don't have it because I quit it because I didn't like what I was doing in the process of climbing the corporate ladder and making money. I was always on the plane for 2 weeks in a month and didn't really have time for my wife and daughter and also to come and meet my aging parents. And I didn't really like that. And I was already 43 20s of my age. So I said, okay, this is probably not something that I want to do the rest of my life. And I just quit one day and took a leap into the entrepreneur world. Okay. And sometimes you have to destroy a good life to go out and build a great life. Now, it wasn't easy at the start. Things were crazy. I had no experience in the entrepreneurial space. While I had managed a $150 million business in 18 countries, but when it comes to being an entrepreneur, I was zero. I thought I knew something, but I failed like 10 times to realize that my glass was half empty and not half full. All right. So that's a bit about me. But eventually I found my ground and opened a couple of businesses offline and online and made a living. But today specifically, the opportunity that I want to talk about helps people build an income as easily as possible without a lot of investment and make an actual living. So who is this for? This is for anyone who wants to earn anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 monthly as a primary income, or somebody who wants to add a secondary income stream by putting as little as 2 hours a day. Okay? For anyone who wants to start a profitable business online and don't know where to start from. For anyone who wants to find more time so they can spend time with their family, or who's planning to quit a 9-to-5 job and be their own boss, like what I did. And this is for anyone essentially who wants to lead a good quality life. So if that's you, then pay close attention. But I also want to tell you who this is not for. This is not for people who want to try and make a quick buck, or people who are not ready to make an investment in themselves, and the people who are not committed and looking out for easy money, and people who are lazy and comfortable in their life. People who are not ready to learn, get coached, and grow. Because if you are not growing today, you are shrinking. And if you are not climbing, you are sliding. There's nothing called survival. Okay? So this is not a Ponzi scheme or get rich overnight thing. This is a real ethical long-term online business that requires focus, committed effort, and work, but it pays, and it pays back. So today, a lot of lives have been impacted because of the pandemic, and it's impacted more and more lives today. The normal jobs that people had that provided financial security and the stability is normal. The future looks bleak and the times are uncertain. But on the flip side, there are businesses that have grown exponentially while keep growing. And I want to introduce you one such big opportunity. It's called high-ticket affiliate business. Essentially, somebody who doesn't know affiliate, an affiliate is a person who acts like a bridge between a problem and a solution. They bring the product and the services that solve a specific problem to the people who need them by helping them solve that problem and creating massive value while getting handsomely paid in the process of delivering value. How awesome is that? You actually get paid for a product that you don't own and get it to the people who actually need it and get paid for it. A high-ticket affiliate is someone who works with high-value product that pays them anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 commission per sale. This simply means if your financial goal is today to make $5,000 and that is what you need to fix your financial situation, then you need to make 5 sales. That's it. And you have a business. You don't need a huge investment to start this business like a brick and mortar store or go and do multiple trainings and courses and learn some skills because probably you don't have time. All you need is a Facebook profile, a laptop, a mobile phone, and a high-ticket offer to get started. All you need is 2 hours a day. You don't need to be a techie. You don't need to have any experience. You don't need to spend money on ads, building funnels and complex like a lot of people have to do. Okay, you can invest a little money, as little as literally $3 a day to get into that business, which has an earning potential of 6 to 7 figures. When I started, I made my first $1,000 in 21 days. I have people who did $3,000 in 50. There are people who made multi-6 figures in 4 to 12 months. The results vary. But there are people who are making, transforming lives every day with this business. You can start this business within 40 days and start making it early as part-time or full-time, whatever they do. And I think today, the biggest problem that I see, because the whole year is gone into pandemic and we're already in the second year, people are having cash flow issues. People are having money issues. So the biggest thing that's roaming around the head is, how do I make a living? And this is one way that you can actually make a living if you're really serious and committed to making change. All right. So while working from wherever they want and however they want to or whoever they want to work with. So, it's location dependent that you can work with globally. So all that options are available. So if you're looking to fix a financial situation and in turn fix your life, then this is the way to go about it. As a freebie, what I'm doing is I'm giving away a free masterclass. I'll put the link in the comment, which shows the exact steps to make this happen. Okay, and that's it. I mean, that's essentially the freebie. I'll put it down there. It will teach exactly what is required to make this work. And the parting last words I want to say, see, in this new world, there will be the people who can moan, complain, and whine about the situation and don't do anything about it. Or there will be those who are trained to get ahead, and those who get left behind. So you need to make sure which lane you're going to be on. Either you're up and go ahead, or you get left behind. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. If you want to really make a difference, like a lot of people are struggling financially and struggling on high tickets, then Bharat is the person to connect. How do you take your product and turn it into a high ticket offer? Connect with him, and we will put his information here really soon. If you can also send it to me through Messenger, Bharat, so I can just copy and paste it over here, it would be great.
Yeah, I've already pasted.
Okay.
I'll send you the message also.
Okay, super. Thank you so much. We have our next speaker, and he's Alfredo Bala. He's an amazing person. I also connected with him with in Bill Wash's courses. And he has a lot of energy, great person to really connect with. In fact, he's going to be talking about thriving in a time such as this. Like, that we're going through a lot of uncertainty and so much is happening in life right now. He is the NASDAQ CEO and international business expansion expert. He spent 40 years in direct sales industry, contributing to expansion of manager international direct sales company in over 50 new markets, China to Chile, South Africa to Scandinavia. So an amazing connection. You have to stay tuned and be here. And welcome, Alfredo. And thank you for saying yes. I know you all have so much going in your life and a busy schedule, but you said yes today. And I want to thank you and honor you for that. Thank you. The floor is yours.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Dr. B, and happy birthday. This has been amazing. I'm new at the space, so I've really, really enjoyed very much listening to all the stories and all the tips and the biohacks and everything else. Tanya, you are amazing. I mean, I really, really enjoyed your talk. But all right, so I'm going to come at you. I'm the CEO of a multinational company. We do business in 26 countries. We are in health and wellness. But really, I started out being a first generation immigrant, came in this country at 17 from West Africa, was born in Africa. My parents are Portuguese. I married a Colombian. So I'm very international. And I've had a chance, I was very fortunate to travel over 108 countries and really, help people achieve their dreams in all these countries and learned a lot through the process. But because I am a CEO right now, I wanted to bring a perspective of how everything that you talked about, everything you're doing, also applies to the workplace. And when I said striving in these types of days that we're going through, in times like this, is because a lot of times we know individually how we have to do this and how we cope, and you learned a lot of great tips today from some amazing people. So many doctors on this call. I feel like I'm lowering the average IQ of the team here, but I have a 2-year degree in engineering, but because of personal development, all the books and things that you see behind me, I was able to go from factory floor to CEO. And for me, that's a core value that I bring into the workplace. So we're doing some pretty amazing things there. But how you thrive in times like this is you got to know who you are as a company. I know we talked about a little about how to do it as an individual, but also as a company, you need to know. You need to know who you are. You need to go back to your core. You need to know your purpose. You need to know your why as a company, which is usually harder because I got 300 people that I need to harness into this one vision and mission. So actually, how we did it is we started right at the end of 2019, going into 2020, is reviewing our vision and our mission. That applies for you individually, but that's also very important for a company. So we got some people together, and for literally 6 months, we went through word by word. What does it mean? What is our vision? What is our mission? And then what are the values that underpin that? I say this because I want to validate a lot of what you do already, and sometimes you may not realize the power of the intellectual property you have, and how this could be helpful to companies because of what we had to go through and what we had to do, and the result that ensued from that. But yes, we were able to get to a clear vision, empowering everyone to live their very best life. It was all about people. Our mission to help people live happier, healthier, and rich life by developing scientifically sound, innovative wellness solutions and fostering a culture where the entrepreneurial spirit thrives. We are a direct sales company. We help people become entrepreneurs. We take regular people and turn them into entrepreneurs. Love this story about this. I'm going to actually be checking out with you and see what you do there, because really helping people find that potential. A lot of you talked about it today. Unleashing, I'll use Tanya Simmons, unleashing the God-given potential for your employees. That's what we do. That's what we wanted to do, and realize that when we do that, it also unleashes the power of the enterprise. So as we did that, we were able to really nail it down and then cascade it down. And then with that, we also introduced the whole concept of principle-centered leadership. So folks, these are the things you teach every day. And I just want you to know these things have value, and companies like our company is 300 employee company, NASDAQ traded, 26 countries. We need this just like individuals need this. So expand yourself into those areas. Look for those companies who maybe are struggling with that process and become the facilitator of that process for them. I brought somebody into the company. He was very valuable in helping facilitate it because he hadn't drank the Kool-Aid, because internally everybody, we all think we're so great. We all think we got it made. We all think as you know, good is the enemy of great. It takes somebody coming from the outside. It takes somebody like you coming from the outside. Look at what's going on inside and give and help those companies find their way. And in finding their way, they also get to thrive in times like this. By being able to really nail down our vision, our mission, our values, we empower people, we are family, the power of wellness through science, servant leadership. We are on a mission. We have at the core of who we are is being able to eliminate the epidemic of childhood malnutrition. Every time $100 is spent in our company, a child is fed in the world, just like the concept. And that core principle is what kept us together through this pandemic. Actually made our company have the best year it's ever had in the last 8 years at least, and just had the best month we've had in over 8 years. Just had the best quarter we've had in many quarters, only because we found our voice, we found our purpose, we found our mission, we found our why, we harnessed it through all of our employees. And as an enterprise, just like as an individual, you can unleash the potential and the greatness that you have, because we all have it. And that's all. I have to jump on another call here right now in a second, but I'm so glad I was here. Thank you so much for inviting me, Dr. Angelica. Happy birthday. And to you all beautiful people, keep doing what you're doing. The world needs your voice. Do not dim your light and keep doing what you're doing. I just want to tell you, the world needs you. Thank you so much, guys. Love you all.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really love that.
I have a free gift
It's the book I wrote with Darren Howdy, Dennis Wenley, Tom Zimmer, and Les Brown, and Al Wilson, and Marcus Johansson. I will send it to you. I will mail it to you if you just connect with me. And Dr. Angelica knows how to do that. So if you just let her know, she'll let me know and give me your address. I will send you this book. That's my gift. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Alfredo. I know that you are very busy and you said yes. So connect with him. He's an amazing serial entrepreneur, I believe, because he has many strategies. In fact, he's been on my peer-to-peer mastermind, and he's come on that platform when we're live, and it's every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central. So join us. He's come on board and has given great strategies to other entrepreneurs that are joining that peer-to-peer mastermind, because sometimes we think we know it all, and yet there's a gap, there's a missing piece. And when we come together, such as this global connection and in the peer-to-peer, we help each other get to that next level. And he is your person, and he has that QR code right there. So use your cell phone, connect with him, and he will help you gain that next step that we all need. And our next speaker, she's become an amazing, I want to call her now best friend, because I connect with her when I'm going through struggles. We both do breath work. We both do deep work together. And whenever I feel that I'm stuck, I call her. I'm like, I need a breath work. And she says yes. She's never said no to me. And we are creating a breathwork session for those of you that are interested. But Dr. Francesca Richardson is going to be talking about your magical ability to change reality through caring. And I really resonate with this because I am a caregiver and I'm always caring for other people. And I go into that people pleaser many times because I'm caring, and then I forget about myself. So she is a psychotherapist, educator, researcher of 30 years, author, inspirational speaker. She focuses on helping women understand their magical ability to change reality through their caring abilities, while also caring for themselves. So with us, we have Dr. Francesca. Thank you, Dr. Francesca, for saying yes and being there for me when I truly, truly need you.
Dr. B, it has been such a wonderful, joyous time getting to know you, and always an honor to work with you and be invited to your platforms. I have been a therapist for 30 years. I'm also a researcher, and I'm just really excited to hear all these inspirational, amazing speakers and great information. So in my work over these 30 years, working with men and women, but mostly the women I've heard, they believe that if they take care of themselves, they're being selfish. And I also did research on family caregivers of dementia patients. This is the research I went through to get my PhD. And I heard the same thing. I saw caregivers give until they were completely depleted. Some had been hospitalized just because they wanted to keep their family members at home. And dementia is such a debilitating disease. But so I began to realize that how caring is a magical ability. And I really wanted to look at that. It's not just what we do physically, what we do as caregivers, say to diapering a baby or helping someone cross the street or get around, but we're also helping people to feel better. And I really wanted to think about, well, what is this magical thing that we do? I mean, I'm sure you've heard that idea that people remember you by how you leave them. And some people have that ability to leave others feeling better. And women are really expected to do that. They are kind of groomed to do this thing of listening, validating, encouraging, helping others. But we don't recognize it as a valuable thing, and as a valuable thing that changes reality. we can change others' reality through how we relate to them, through giving care. And so I'm just going to show let's see. Just going to share my screen. If you can let me share my screen, Angelica, that would be great. But if not, you may have stepped away. One of the things that I looked at really was that when I was doing my dissertation was that there are some researchers who have looked at this question. Really, what is it that we are asked to do when we're sharing? And one of them was Hochschild. She studies stewardesses, and she looked at how they manage other people's emotions and how women and those who are tend to be nurturers really help others manage emotions. But remember, so we want to really notice that we're using energy to manage other people's emotions. And in many jobs, nursing, teaching, as counselors, as coaches, coaches who help people with their mindset, you are managing others' emotions, takes energy. And if you do it well, it's really magical. But we also need to take care of ourselves. Many of us are givers, nurturers, and we forget that we need to replenish energy, we need to replenish ourselves. So much of the work that I do has to do with helping people recognize the magic, honor their abilities, increase their abilities to change others' reality, but also to take care of themselves.
You said decorated.
So one of the pieces that I wanted to think about with you was the ways in which you give care in your life. For instance, you might change others' reality if you are living at home, you have children, you have a partner. How are you affecting others' reality? How are you changing how they experience the world? Are you encouraging them? Are you helping them think through something different? And so these are the ways personally and then professionally. If you're a mortgage broker, if you are a banker, if you are somebody who is in a medical field, you are encouraging people to believe in whatever process you are helping them go through and helping them understand that they can do it. This is called emotion work, emotional labor. You are changing people's views of themselves, of what they can do, and their future. So the other piece that I looked at when I was researching this is the ethic of care. Carol Gilligan, I don't know if some of you may remember her book about this. And the idea is that there are two forms of moral development, two ways that we develop. One is moving towards justice. We want justice in the world, and how do we move towards that? The other one is moving towards care. How do we care for others? And so one of the things she talked about was that we hold, as a society, self-sacrifice as the highest good. Now, this is a really terrible message because we also really need to balance that with self-care. So these are the two elements I want you to think about. And I also want to mention to you I have a couple of pieces here. Margaret Mead has said, I love this part, she said, never believe that a few caring people cannot change the world, or indeed, that's all who ever have. So Margaret Mead really noticed the power of caring, the kind of passion, how you channel your passion move parts of us, to change how others think about themselves in their work and their power. So I want you to really notice that what you do when you are paying attention to others, listening to them, encouraging them, that it is magical, that you are changing reality, and that you need to reflection. So I want to just thank all of you. If you would like to hear more, you can connect with me and through my website, www.innerpotential.com. I would love to talk with you to learn how you can, to teach you to take care of yourself and use your magic. And I also have the guided meditations that I can do. Thank you. Thank you, Angelica.
Thank you, Dr. Francesca, for being here. And, self-care is really critical. I think that one of the reasons why I really got sick was because I was caring for everybody else. And I was so busy making sure that everybody was okay. And I forgot about me. So if you're out there and you feel that that's you, that you keep forgetting about caring for yourself and everybody else is first, then connect with Dr. Francesca, because she will help you perceive things differently. You can have a win-win system instead of win-lose, right? And your energy and your beauty and your soul really matters. So connect with her. Thank you, Dr. Francesca, for being here and caring for me when I need you. Thank you. Next, I have Dr. V Ho, who I met also at Bill Walsh's event. She's another amazing person that I connected with her during the event, and we were supporting each other. So Dr. V is a biological endodontist, in Houston, Texas. She's also a business owner, real estate investor, and mom of 3 homeschool kids. Dr. Ho's definition of wealth is a meaningful relationship, a healthy lifestyle, and healthy nutrition. She uses cooking as a way of achieving those goals and has successfully done so. So Dr. Ho is ready and excited to share and help others achieve their definition of wealth. And she is an amazing person. I am excited because I want to connect with her cooking because she talks about it so much. So I'm hoping that she will be at one of my events and she will cook for everybody. So welcome, Dr. Ho, and thank you for being here with us. The stage is yours.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, we can.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I'm so excited and happy to be here. And Dr. May, I tell you, I met you only twice, but I really love you. You are a person of really, I see intelligence, I see kind-heartedness, I mean integrity. I have so much respect for you, and I'm so appreciative of this opportunity to connect with you and so many wonderful people out there. So yeah, thank you for the wonderful introduction. If I may, I just want to share a little bit about myself. Just like other immigrants in the family, we came here with $50 in our pocket, our family of 4. And my parents had to work a lot. We struggled financially. And so I knew that that's what my mind, money was, I need to achieve that. So that way we can get out of this poverty and life will be solved, But so that was my goal. I went on, I went to school, put myself to school. I became a dental specialist, specialized in root canals. And I had a successful practice and, I had investment going. So everything was great. But then one day I realized, wow, I have everything that I really wanted, but do I feel fulfilled, And I look around and at other professionals, my friends, my colleagues, they are just feeling the same way, like we don't feel as fulfilled. And what is it? And I started to ask myself one day, yes, of course I want to be more successful in my career. Who doesn't, right? But what's more successful to me that's really time-sensitive is living a meaningful life. And to me, I sat back and I started to call on the time where we didn't have money, where it was just me and my siblings and then my parents. even though they worked 12 hours day shift and we didn't have time for vacations or family outings, and they have the money for that either, not just the time. But I always look forward to that family meal we had together, and we always enjoy, every moment together. We cook together, we talk together, and we really enjoy the food that we had together. That's what I really missed. I feel like, really, relationship is what really important to me, and it's not just those, just say hi. I really want to have a meaningful relationship where, I know that if I call someone, they're there, and I know that I need to be the same person for others. And especially now that I have children of my own, I have 3 young children. They're homeschooled, and the reason why I homeschool them is I hope to have that opportunity to instill the importance of relationships in them. Because I feel like that's really the key to success in life. You can have all the money and everything else in the world, but if you don't know how to establish a relationship in life, you will always feel alone. You will only have acquaintances, and that's what I want to leave for my children. Is not just all the money, all the their educational fund build up. I realize that's not the goal for them, because I didn't have anything and I made it, and they can too. But if I instill that importance and appreciation for relationship in them, I know they'll be just fine without it. And so for me, the tool that I have, I feel like the really inexpensive tool, and anyone can have, is really cooking, because we all have to eat every day, right? And I also realize that we all can eat different. We're all different, but one thing that most of us have in common is we all enjoy a good meal, good food together, right? You don't have to like to cook, but I do like, since you're already doing the cooking and the eating every day, let's make it a meaningful event, because we're all so busy with work. The only time we have is just to sit down and have a meal. And while we're doing that, let's make the most out of it, and that's really my goal. So cooking is my tool to do that. And from cooking, for me, it's just not cooking another meal. I look at it as a way to bond with my family, bond with my friends. And it's really my secret to success, to have gained a lot of relationships where that helped me tremendously to succeed in every way, life, business, and everything is, I guess, getting through their stomach, right? But also, I look at it as a way, we all in our family, we bond together. My husband and I, we're so busy, we don't have a chance to talk. Just like when we sit down and we help each other make a meal, we get to talk. We get to ask, how's our day? We don't talk about work. We talk about, we're really into the food. I think it's like, what you call it, mindfulness. Being mindful in what you're doing at the moment. Because a lot of times we're in the act of doing, but our mind is not there. But if we learn to enjoy our food, learn how to prepare our food, and appreciate the things that we put in our body, we don't just have a healthier life, we also have a healthy relationship. And so that's why I created, a Facebook group. It's called the Ultimate Relationship Chef, because my goal is to really encourage people to either cook, learn how to cook a good meal, delicious and healthy, but if not, participate in that process so we can build better relationship. Because, I look at cooking as like, it's really like life, right? Sometimes you have all the recipes. I mean, every ingredient's measured up, lined up. You're like, my recipe is going to turn out perfect. But then when to make it, it's like it didn't turn out to be what you wanted. And what do? You go back, remeasure it, reassess, and you're going to make it again until you make it right. So, that's life. And, when you have young children, how do you teach them that? You having this conversation with them, like when they're like my children, 9, 8, and 5, they're not going to get that. But cooking as a tool, and you don't have to cook fancy, just simple things, but you're able to really use this option to teach them really good life lessons. They need to learn how to collaborate. Collaboration is really important, right? You can't do anything alone in your life. I realize, and I have to do that 100%. Even if you can do it alone, you're not going to be happy. You need to be together. You have teamwork. You learn how to collaborate. And in the end, you can have all these things, but if you're not healthy, how are you going to enjoy life? How you enjoy what you created and what you accumulate for yourself? And also, it's another motivation for you to cook is to really show someone to care, because I know I can buy a fancy gift for my friend. I know you know, we all get to be treated to a lot of fancy places and things, right? But I feel like, you know, for me, when the awesome that I have is just really when I simply make them a great meal. They appreciate that so much, and I feel like that's how an honest relationship can be formed. And I really hope to be of service to people and really help them if they want to look for a way to use it as a tool to bond into the relationship, but also to learn how to cook a healthier, more authentic food and delicious, healthy food. That's what I'm here for. So I invite you to join my Facebook group. I share my recipes and everything in there, the Ultimate Relationship Chef, on my Facebook page. And I hope to see you guys there. You can always reach out to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. V. I really appreciate you making time because I know you were out with your children and that's really important for you. But I like what you said about the ingredients. You know, there's important ingredients that we add to our food to really enrich it. And I also thought, how can we add certain ingredients to our relationships? And in this sense, I brought all of you in, and you're all that ingredient and the piece, the secret sauce that people need in order to grow their businesses or take their life into a different, the next steps that they need. So I really want to thank you because I know that you added that special ingredient to this day and this global connections. So thank you very much for being here and taking your time. The next speaker is...
Thank you, Dr. B, and thanks for everyone.
Thank you. The next speaker is Jeff Cade, and I also met him at Bill Walsh's event. Like I make connections with my mentors, and the reason I connected with him was because his mom also had cancer, and he tells the story, and he's going to tell it even better. And he also believes in health and wealth. And I often say that your wealth, your health is your wealth. You know, when I went through cancer, I lost everything because I chose not to work, and it impacted my wealth. So he's going to be here talking today about his impact. And he received a BA, a bachelor's in science, hospitality and management, and worked for Fortune 500 companies of healthy franchise restaurants. Award-winning author, the book Battleground Cancer, and he speaks on multiple platforms and radio, TV, and he's here. So I'm going to let him talk and share his knowledge. Now, don't go away because we have another amazing speaker. So it is your opportunity to be on the stage. Thank you, Jeff, for saying yes and being here today.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. B. It is a pleasure, yes, to be here with all of you. Thank you so much again. I am humbled and honored to be in your presence on this platform and just to hear just give a round of applause to everybody that's been on this platform right now for all of your amazing information, tips, and strategies, and just being able to connect with you all. It's valuable information, so valuable. And I appreciate you too, Dr. B, as well as some others that are on this platform as we all met collectively with our business coach, Bill Walsh, such an amazing connector himself and business leader, and being able to, gather all of us together as we brainstorm and serve, brainstorm and serve. And so thank you again for allowing me to be here with you guys. I appreciate it. Yes, my topic is health and wellness. As it relates to health and wellness is pretty much key to your longevity. And if you could, you can give me a high five or type in the chat box, because I'm wondering, who thinks that your health and wellness is key to your overall longevity? Have you ever wondered how our health would be without the chemicals and toxins we consume in everyday food and beverage products? And a couple of people have been on this platform that are into health and wellness. That's what they do. That's so important, because you said it earlier, Dr. B, your health is your wealth. Your health is your wealth, because without it, it's nothing. And so you have to have a lot of things in your overall routine or everyday, everyday routine or agenda to really pinpoint where you want to be. And so I really talk about 3 important topics as it relates to health and wellness. It's the mindset, that powerful muscle right between your ears, and exercise and diet. So, I have a program, it's called Ultimate Health and Happiness Program, and these are the three things that I discuss because it's so important, it's paramount as it relates to our well-being. So in a moment, I want to share some the power of positive affirmations as it relates to our alphabet with our mindset. Also, possible tips and strategies to promote a healthier lifestyle. First, I kind of want to tell you a little bit about myself. Dr. B mentioned our small connection as it relates to cancer. So, pretty much, I grew up on the south side of Chicago, and yes, I received my Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management, and worked in corporate America and worked for 4 Fortune 500 companies. And at some point, I made a pivot. And I jumped off that cliff and built my wings coming down. And coming down, sometimes that parachute might not open the way you want it to open. There are some nicks and cuts and bruises I had, and it's part of everyday life, right? It's climbing the corporate ladder, but being able to make that shift and make that pivot. Who's made a pivot in their life, right? To be able to get from ache to faint and still work from ache to faint, doing your own thing. And so I was able to, make that pivot and co-own a healthy franchise concept. And we really focused on high fiber, high protein, low carb meals, no fried foods. And the purpose of that was really to give America a wake-up call. I still think today America needs a wake-up call as it relates to their health and wellness. Yes or yes. It's so important that we understand nutritional content and labeling, because years ago the FDA didn't really educate the consumer. I'm going to age myself here, in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, there really wasn't that much material and guidelines as it relates to certain protocols. Now we have a lot of companies that have to be mandated to show nutritional content and labeling. So, at some point, you all know the jingle, I'm sure, and maybe you all enjoy this beverage, but it was pretty much have a and a smile. Have a what? A Coke and a smile. Well, unfortunately, I believe that particular product, and I enjoyed it myself. I have to raise my hand. I think that product really was the major demise of my father. My father passed of pancreatic cancer. My mother died 6 years later of breast cancer. So that connection of cancer is so important because, there's a lot of things as in terms of what we consume over time. See, Coca-Cola has a lot of sugar, has a lot of high fructose corn syrup, HFCS, and over time, it can get in the arteries, and it can do some damage. My father was also a smoker, and so he didn't pass of lung cancer, throat cancer, stomach cancer, or anything like that. He was really pancreatic, and so over time, whatever I thought in my mind, in my heart, I had to put on paper and talk about the journey. And share the journey with you because I lost my parents in my youth, and so pretty much it was about understanding over the years how it met their demise and losing their parental touch and being able to just see how I can live, but also I wanted to connect with people because I'm not the only person. I'm not the only person that lost someone due to a disease, whether it's cancer, obesity, inflammation, heart disease, because it's all out there. But it's pretty much how we consume and how we take care of our bodies. So I know I had to serve in a bigger way. And I made sure I wrote that book, Battleground Cancer, about managing your mental, physical, and spiritual well-being for the fight, to promote more nutritional education and have better choices and things of that nature. And so I really wanted to connect with people and offer some guidance on some things as relates to my program as well as my book. And I want to be safe with my time here because I can't talk about all of it, but I can deep dive at a later point. And so what I would like to pretty much offer, please connect with me. Connect with me at jeffcade360.com. That's WFFCADE360.com. jeffcade360.com. And it's pretty much a communication platform, social media platform. You can also go to battlegroundcancer.com, battlegroundcancer.com, one word. And in that moment, when you do that, you'll actually be able to go to the site, and next thing you know, you can actually put your information, your email, and you can download a PDF. That's a free gift, not even with the purchase of my book, but it's just giving you that battlegroundcancer.com site. Just gives you information more about me, my profile, my bio, and a free gift. Another free gift when you connect with me on jeffk360.com. Connect with me so that we can have a discovery call. Maybe the program could be for you or not for you, but it also allows us to connect and brainstorm on how we can pretty much serve and enhance each other's lives and the world. I also have a Facebook group, Health and Wellness Cancer Prevention. Health and Wellness Cancer Prevention. I know my time is short. I really appreciate being on this platform. Thank you for inviting me. It was a great opportunity to be amongst all of you and to hear your story and really hear what you have to offer in terms of your tips and strategies. Again, thank you so much. God bless. Live and be well. Thank you, Dr. B.
Thank you so much, Jeff, for being here and sharing your story and the way that you help people. I often say that when you're going through cancer, like, you lose so much of yourself, like your mindset. Like, you really have to gain a strong mindset. We have to gain a strong bank account, and even when you do have a strong bank account, we lose a lot of it because we're paying for all these doctor bills and hospitals and so on and so forth. So I do want to take the time also to invite people to come and crowdfund with me. There's a crowdfunding platform that you can come, and it's like people giving people money. Like, you give each other money, and you could either use it if you have philanthropy work, you can get the money and then go give it to someone else, or you can give it 10%, or you can simply gather money, collect money, so that when you do have those down moments of finances, then you can help yourself. But I want you to connect with Jeff, because he's an extraordinary man that is talking about health and wealth. And he's given the information. I'm going to put the links here below. So don't go away, because we're going to be able to dive deeper into networking. So don't go away. We're almost finished. I know I said we were going to finish at 12, but time management sometimes is a problem when we're doing technology, and it throws us off a little bit. So my apologies. I do honor your time, but I think that the wealth is also in networking, because it's your network, right? Your net wealth. So don't go away, because the next person, you know what? When I met him through Forbes Riley, and I thought he was very quiet and shy. And now I've been following him on social media, and he is so funny. He does these funny videos, and he's amazing. He was on Grant Cardone, and he got this big spotlight, on Grant Cardone's platform. So you have to meet him, because Aaron is known as the master of cash flow. He says he shows everybody why cash is not the king, and that everyone should make multiple sources of income. He's going to be talking about who's got my money. So I think he is so funny. I love Aaron. So thank you, Aaron, for saying yes. And he is not the last, but he has the last moment to share of who's got my money. Thank you, Aaron, for being here, and the platform is yours.
Not a problem here. I will start the timer here to try to keep it as easily as I can. And like she said, the question that you always want to think is, who's got the money? Now, don't worry, those are not real $100 bills. I do not carry cash on me wherever I go. Those are just some business cards that I have. And the reason why I don't carry cash on me is because we're in the digital world. There's so many digital minutes. If you guys didn't realize, right now, you are digitally talking to each other. You did not have to go and fly out and meet everyone in person or anything. We're in a digital world. And same with the currency. The currency is also digital. Now, no, whenever I say digital currency, people always think about, oh my God, Bitcoin, oh my God, Bitcoin, blah, blah, blah. I'm not talking about Bitcoin or anything like that. I'm mainly talking about the currency yourself that you have. Whatever currency, whatever country you live in is normally all digital. Because I know when I used to work at a job, I used to get a physical check in the mail. And then I had to go to a bank and cash that physical check. And I don't do that anymore. Pretty much everything comes in digitally from wherever you work to your bank account. Take it from your bank account digitally. You pay things off digitally. You normally do not carry any cash on you whatsoever. And that's how this day and age rolls. And that's what people need to realize is they need to learn to manage their money correctly to live in the digital world. Because I know when I started, my dad got upset at me when I got my first credit card. He flipped out at me when I got my first credit card. And then I got a second one. He got more upset at me. But people need to learn to manage their money. And what I absolutely love about credit cards is that it gives me free money. I love it. I pay every single thing I possibly can with my credit card. The only thing I don't is my car loan. And I don't know why my bank does not let me pay my car loan off my credit card. I don't know why, but whatever. But other than that, everything I pay off is with my credit card. And the reason why is because I get free points with everything that I spend with that credit card. And those free points turns into money. I'm not telling you to go get whatever credit card you want to get. It doesn't make a difference to me. But what I'm saying is that, like, when it comes with the free money, I can take that money and I can go and buy something that I didn't really need to buy, but I didn't really pay for it. My money management paid for it for me. And a lot of people, when they come up with credit cards, though, they're like, I can't manage it. I swipe that card, I tap that card with everything I possibly can. One thing that I tell people if they have a money issue is what they can do is they can buy a certain dollar amount of a gift card for wherever your essentials is for your weekly amount. Buy that every week. And then what that'll do is that'll bring your dollar amount to a certain amount every single week. And when that dollar amount is gone, you're done. You don't need to swipe that card anymore. You don't need to tap that card anymore. And that's just what people need to do is, like, they need to be in the digital world. I never, ever carry cash on me. I was talking to some people the other day, and they asked me, why don't you carry cash on you? What if the place doesn't carry cash? And I said, if the place does not take cash, then they don't take my business. That's just how this day and age rolls. So what you want to do is you want to keep growing yourself, keep growing when it comes with your digitalness, when it comes with whether it's digital marketing, whether it's digital currency or anything like that. Keep it growing. I know that people, for instance, a lot of people get afraid when it comes to digitalness. They think that it's not fair. I know when places started to stop, like when theater started stopping and people had to pay money, like when there was movies out there that you had to pay $20 for it to be digitally put in your house. But that's just how it rolls. Things are not made physically anymore. Things are only made digitally. And when it comes with cash itself, I always tell people that cash is not king. Cash flow is king. You need to have a steady flow of cash flow coming in, week after week, month after month, whatever it is. And a way to do that is to have multiple sources of income. Because wherever you work, whatever you do for a living, that job or that area might not be around at some point in time. You ever hear of Blockbuster? There's people thinking that those movies will be around. Oh, hell no. They ain't around no more. I was at a family video one time, which was one of the last rental places around our area. And I asked them, where are you going to go? Because it was going out of business. And they said, oh, we're going to go to this one or this one or this one because those ones are still open. And I told them straight out, I'm like, FYI, they will not be open at some point in time. We'll need to adapt and change. They didn't believe me, and then what do you know? I don't know where they work now. I tried to tell them to get multiple sources of income coming in because that's a good way of doing it. to stay secure, to have one main source of income and then have other sources of income coming in as well. I like to tell people to have at least 5 sources of income coming in, and that's what number that I tell people, whatever it is. But when you do that, though, make sure it's something that you like. Making sure it's something that you use or a thing that you like to do, because if you like to do it, you're not going to work another day in your life. You're not going to be like, oh my God, it's Monday. I hate Monday. Oh yeah, it's Friday. You're not going to have that mindset. You're going to forget what day of the week it is, because you love every single day. And that's what you need to do. You need to love the present. Don't whine about what happened in the past. Don't worry about what happened in the future. Focus on the present and always stay present. And that's what I have. And I did not set up this website yet. I actually just bought the domain like 4 weeks ago. If you go to growyourhealthandwealth.com, right now you can set up a free Zoom. I just haven't sent my Zoom link because I did not set up my website for my alkalized water machine that I have, because when it comes with water, I'm not the biggest fan of acidic water, and there's a lot of acidic water out there. So I drink ionized alkaline water every single day. So yeah, that website's being built at this point in time while we speak. But yeah, if you go to growyourhealthandwealth.com, that can set up a Zoom link, and we can have a free 30-minute Zoom. And you know what? Depending on if I'm free or not, I might extend that Zoom out to a half hour or out to an hour, half hour longer, depending on how busy I am and stuff. But right now, I have it set up for a half hour. Sometimes, depending on the people, if they're the right people, I might extend it out to an hour. So yeah, my name is Aaron, and I am done speaking.
Yay. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Aaron. And I really want to thank all the speakers, all those of you that are on the Zoom. Don't go away, please. Just give me 5 more minutes of your golden time. But those of you that are out there live, we want to thank you for listening to these amazing speakers. They had golden nuggets to share. And if you are watching this as a replay, you need to go back and listen to all the speakers. They shared a wealth of knowledge. And we're going to ask for a big favor that you share, that you like, that you comment. I shared a lot of their links below, so you're going to find their free gifts. So go to the free gift, because this is my birthday and it was about giving. So we gave knowledge, we shared information, we shared golden nuggets, and they shared a lot of their golden gifts that you need to connect with them so that you can take yourself to that next level, whether it's mindset, health, wealth, relationships, high tickets. There's a lot of information that was shared here today on my birthday. And I made it very special intentionally to celebrate my birthday, celebrate connections, and not only connections, but make global connections with people all over the world. So if you want to give me a gift, what I'm asking for my gift is that you share this amazing global connection live, so that others can watch the replay and they can connect with these amazing speakers today. So I'm going to say thank you to all the people out there that are watching live. And for those of you that are on Zoom, please give me a few minutes. Don't go away. And I'm going to stop.